This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat and Pat.
Hey is for the way you look tonight.
Hey is for the animal neigh, 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 horsey go burr, horsey
Oh
burr.
my god.
My mother is obsessed with the horse hoof cleaning videos. Anyone?
Oh, I've never
Anyone?
seen. Oh, I've
ready
seen
for this?
one.
Bueller, huge laugh. Okay, this is
Someone
this is-
else besides. You know, when like only one person's answering.
Yes.
Someone besides Madison
Hillary.
today.
Not Hillary. Arm down. No, my name is Kitty Cat.
No, my name is Patrick. My name is, and I go by Pat.
Totally.
And that's actually short for Patrick, in case you
Right.
don't have the time or resources to say
to
the
deal
full
with
name.
Rick. And I'm exhausted. And so when I met Pat, I go, this is so convenient because had you been a full Patrick, the friendship would never work.
I know, and I don't want to put that labor on other people. It's like my cross to bear having that second syllable.
Now, this is a podcast, which is a really popular medium in the year that we're in, and it's called Seek Treatment. And it's about boys' sex, fucking, raw
Dating
or
and
with
love.
condom, dating,
I know.
and
I
love.
know.
We're live in the studio with A, Seek Treatment family, B, a new friend. Are y'all ready? Open your ears for Reid Pope and
Reid
Ella
Pope.
Yurman.
Hi.
Hello.
Team, what's up?
Oh, it's warm finally.
I
So I
know.
feel alive again.
Totally.
Yeah, it's actually like been like a little chilly here.
Are you
Well,
okay?
That seems like it's on
Are you-
you.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 68, but I'm like, it's actually a classic thing of like, do I wear a jacket every
Right.
day?
And by
that's-
warm here, it is also, we mean 68.
I mean, exactly 68.
Well, I
But
would
have
rather
y'all
it be
heard?
42, and I'll bundle up.
100%.
I'm happy to. I'm
Pick a
happy to.
lane,
I'm
Mother
so
Nature.
happy to bundle up, but you just need to keep me posted
Of
on what I should be
course.
wearing.
Okay.
Well, the thing is that I'm going to wear a leather jacket no matter what temperature it is outside and just sort of suffer
Wow.
Sexy.
regardless.
I love that.
Now, is it a cropped leather jacket?
No, it's a long leather jacket.
That's
In fact,
better.
I was recently told that I'm giving Columbine, which
Wow.
You kind of are. You do walk into establishments kind of like,
I'm going to shoot them.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to
No.
say, Reid. That's so nice. I
this
love
is sort
that.
of what this is sort of
Y'all
what our
have such a great
relationship is.
dynamic. Yeah, no, it's the chemistry's electric.
No, wait,
have
what
y'all
was
heard
I
of
saying?
Wait, I'm desperately
Sorry.
trying to tell you guys something.
Yeah.
I just had the viral gas station burger.
What?
I
What
don't
is
know
that?
Exactly.
Yeah. Please help explain.
Exactly. If you keep scrolling long enough, they're like, the best burger in Manhattan is actually at this gas station. And the gas station
Oh
right by
my
my
God.
house. And
Was
so
it
Brian
good?
and I just got it. It was really good.
I love a good burger. It's
It's called Smacking Burger.
Do you know what I had the thought of yesterday while I was watching Top Chef?
What?
If you could choose one food that had 0 calories for the rest of your life,
Here we go.
what would
You're
you could
sick.
only choose one?
You're
And I was
sick.
like, at first I was like burger. I was like, no, those are great calories. And I was like, I
Burgers
would
are.
do
I
something-
literally just told quote me on the street just now. Burgers are healthy to Brian.
they are healthy.
They are.
But what I
Really?
would do,
Ever heard of
what I
that?
would do for my 0 calorie Freaky Friday would be like a brownie with vanilla ice cream on it.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
actually
Mm.
two foods is sort of the thing.
I
about
know,
that.
but
Oh,
you're
no.
but you guess
You're
what
such a
you call it
stickler
a
for
la
this
mode.
alternate
Yeah,
universe.
You call it
You call it a la mode.
you
call
call
it
it
a
all mode and you're all set. Like, so that's pretty good.
Mine would
What were we
be-
saying right before where you were like, say this on the podcast?
So
Oh, yeah.
well, Pat has some wisdom
Oh.
about what life's all
Well,
about.
you know, whenever I go through like a change, like last time it was Pima Chodron, like I grab on to because I only listen to self-help on audiobook. I don't read self-help and I don't listen to novels or like other kinds of books. But self-help for some reason it's like that, and it only helps me while I'm actually listening to it. So I get a very obsessive relationship with one sort of text, and right now it's The Untethered Soul, and I just keep listening to it and listening to it. and I'm a little stressed financially right now, and I just keep saying, well, the good news is that the universe has given us all an amazing gift, and that gift is the series of events that occurs between our birth and death. And
That's really
events
beautiful.
and the other good news is that there is no trouble because events aren't problems. Our reactions to them, our resistance to them could certainly cause tension, but we don't have to resist.
Have you had your 12 rules for life phase yet?
No, is that good?
No,
Please
it's
share.
Jordan Peterson.
Oh,
it's sort of the men's rights.
Oh, that's like when I got
self-help
into
book.
Huberman.
No.
I had a week where I
Um,
was into a men's rights Huberman person.
That sounds like something you would do.
I liked the Huberman expose.
yeah.
Did y'all get into that?
No.
He's basically just.
yeah.
I mean, it's tricky because a little bit it's like, yeah, of course he's a womanizer. Like, who cares? It's not
Womanizer,
shocking.
womanizer, you're a womanizer. That's what he's who the
That's his
song is
theme
about,
song.
actually.
That's
It's
They
actually-
wrote that for him.
The opening song to his
And,
podcast is that. Him and Mel. Oh my god, I saw Mel Robbins lookalike on the street, and I was like, Mel Robbins ass bitch, but I didn't say it out loud. I said it in my head, and it felt amazing. I was like, yes.
I saw
Um,
Julia Louis-Dreyfus recently in Midtown.
No,
and
that
I,
is
I almost walked
amazing.
into a lamppost about it.
That's really special. What was she wearing? What was her vibe?
She looked sort of annoyed, or I would have maybe attempted to say hello to her, although that would have been a mistake.
Wait, Will, what would
Um,
you say if she wasn't looking annoyed and you said hello? What would you lead
I would
with?
say, actually, my whole look and vibe is modeled on what you looked like in your mid to late 20s, and I just want to thank you for that.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I missed it. Who are we talking about?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, interesting.
She would have
Wait,
loved
what?
that. I feel like she's such a girl's girl.
I love
Yeah,
her.
you know, I interviewed her once.
Whoa.
Ooh.
What was she like?
Oh, yes.
She was cool. I mean, she was in promo mode, so it was kind of like that was where she was at.
Sure.
I want to write a movie about a woman with a disorder where she's always in promo mode. and she
Promo mode.
can't stop.
Okay,
And her friends and family can't. She's like, yeah, she's so doctor. She has promo mode. She's like, tune in on CBS Mondays.
not to be like this, but I think we know a lot of people who in real
are
life
like
we
that.
could do a
Yeah.
documentary. I think we
The
could
Sort
do a
of-
movie
documentary.
that is our life.
Doing stand-up comedy in Brooklyn is a lot like being in promo mode all the time.
Can I ask y'all,
Totally.
because you're obviously younger than us, and I say that with so much
Yeah.
love towards time and space and the events that happen between life and death. What is
Yeah.
the scene like? Like, what's going on in Brooklyn?
I
Like,
know.
who's cool? Where are we performing? What's happening?
And does and specifically, does anyone know about me?
Ella, take it away, because as I always say, Ella's young and I'm also out of touch.
Ella,
but
do
Ella's
people know
right in
about me?
Bushwick.
People know about you.
Yeah.
What,
And people definitely know about you.
how old are how old are they? How old are they and how old are you?
Well,
How old are the people that know about me?
I'm 26,
Okay.
which I suppose is young, but I seem to be around people who are even younger than me all
no,
the time.
it can't be
Yeah.
true.
Well, Ella, I have a special thing to say to you.
Okay.
We are
Oh.
yeah.
You're at
You are my yeah. We're exactly 10 years apart.
Wow. That's beautiful.
It's so special to find an Etya within the community.
I've been
I'm
looking
like-
for one, to be honest.
But I'm like, do my Etyas know about me? Is my biggest question.
I think yes.
Wait, can we ask? Okay, Ella, because you've never been on the pod before, can we ask our one pod question towards you, which
Please
is,
do.
who were you? Who are you?
Who are
and
you?
Who do you want to
and
be?
Who do you want to be?
Oh my god. Well, in the past I was a boy. Can't recommend that, to be honest.
Over it.
I was a musical theater boy, actually.
Where,
I
and
spent.
where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Rochester, New York. And then
Wow, I know a gay person, and I know 2 gay people that live there.
it's a beautiful gay city, is what I've been told. And then I moved to Pennsylvania for like high school. Didn't like that. And then I came here for college, and I spent 1 semester at NYU Tisch doing musical theater.
Wow.
And then realized I didn't want to do musical theater or be a boy, and sort of changed
Totally.
up my whole thing. Got rejected from the NYU Stand-Up Club. Shout out Richelle Chen.
She rejected you?
Was she in charge?
I think she was in charge the year I auditioned. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But to be fair, I was coming in with a really like short white blonde hair boy who didn't understand what he was doing vibe, and so I don't really blame her for
Oh,
that.
whatever.
She should have seen through it. She should have.
She should have realized that I needed nurturing to blossom.
Oh my
And then
God.
I don't know. Then I've been doing journalism and comedy, and so right now I'm a barista who does journalism and comedy on the side. And in the future, I would love to be a journalist and comedian who does baristing on the side.
And
to
you
be
never want to
honest.
stop baristing.
Never.
That I know.
just
I've heard that about
love
you. They're
working
like,
food
she
service.
really, really is a coffee head.
Yeah.
And then
can I
how
ask
did y'all
everyone a
meet and when did
question?
the show
Oh.
begin? Oh, wait, sorry,
And can I
sorry.
ask-
Wait, I go
Well, I have a
first.
question. I just have a question about like people's day-to-day lives and how everyone else is doing it. How everyone else is handling their gift of the events that happen between,
How do you
between their
handle your
birth and how do you handle your gift? Are y'all? What's your relationship with Do Not Disturb?
I have it on constantly, but I do check my phone every 14 seconds.
Yeah, I would
Right.
say
Me
Ella and
too.
I have the same. It's like I have Ella muted. I used to have you pinned, and then I have you muted, but I still check every 5 seconds to
Am
see
I
if you
no
texted
longer
me.
pinned?
From
I'm both
pinned to
muted and
muted?
not
Tell me
pinned.
about that
That's
journey.
heartbreaking.
It was a one bad week. It was one
Reid!
bad week. No. I check. I have our group
What
chat
the
for the
fuck?
show muted.
Yeah.
I check it constantly. But the
Okay.
gift, I'll say, Ella knows. Like,
Mm.
oh, wait,
Reid right
don't
there,
show people.
pinned.
Oh,
I love
Ella knows
being
I'm not
pinned.
handling the gift well. I'd say there are weeks where we alternate on who's handling it worse.
Right, the gift.
But it, yeah.
The gift.
I'd say last a few weeks ago, it's like gifts on the ground being trampled. I don't
Yeah.
like the gift, and it's in pieces.
I will say I get a lot of DMs from like younger trans people who are like, "It's so cool what you're doing. I really look up to you. How do you make it all work?" And it's like, well, I don't sleep. I don't spend money on groceries. I'm sort of
I
miserable
know.
all the time. Don't do what I do.
Yeah,
I
to
know, I
figure out
think-
handle your gift differently.
Yeah.
I think people really think if you post anything good on social media that you
I
must have like
know.
made money for it. It's like
I know.
even I was texting my brother and I was like on one of those like TikTok man on the street shows and he was like, "Oh, that must have been such great money." I was like, "You don't get
No,
paid for
this
going on a
is-
random TikTok show." I was like, "Charlie, you don't get paid for basically anything."
I know.
Anything at
And
all.
when you do get paid, they take it immediately away from you.
A bunch of people and take half of it.
I
But of
know,
course,
I
love
have
and
to-
light, love and light.
I
Okay, so
have
the
to say
gift-
something or
What?
whatever. Well, it's just like it's so boring. It's just about like accountants and stuff, but it's like it's just interesting.
Go
I
ahead.
was speaking with an
Boring and
accountant.
interesting.
I was told a truly insane amount of money that I would have to pay the U.S. government for no
Right.
reason at a random time, and I said, "Well, that seems like quite a bit."
Do you mean
And-
taxes? Because that's the
yes.
same time every year, actually.
Well, that's
No,
what,
no, it's
for
actually-
others. For
it
the way that
creeps-
my gift, the
I
way that my
actually
gift works is
disagree,
that that
because
depends on how
there
your
are
gift is going.
You can bring certain business people into your life who will suggest you pay taxes like 4 to 8 times a year because it
Oh my
makes
god.
it easier.
My dad is always telling me that. He's like, you have to pay quarterly taxes.
And it
like, I
doesn't.
can't.
Yeah,
I
But this-
can't.
So
I can't remember that.
It's
No.
also like if
During
you're
my-
going Gregorian calendar, then maybe. But like if you're going the calendar that I run on, which is like how I'm feeling and remembering to check my
Right.
email, and then
By,
it's like
and by
different.
calendar you run on, you mean the one Google Doc that you have where you just sort of write out. Reid's
Yeah.
calendar is not a Google calendar. It is a single Google Doc
I
that
actually
they write
connect with
out
that.
documents.
Thank you. It works for me. People in college literally would avert their eyes when I would pull it out because they
It's
hated it so
horrifying.
much.
But so
Yeah.
like,
No!
So
yes,
the
mine's called Cal.
Yeah.
So I would-
Cal.
so during this random time that wasn't really tax time, I was proposed that I pay an enormous amount of money to the United States government. I said that sounds like quite a bit at such a random day of my life, and they said, "Oh well, that seems a lot. But you don't have to. Maybe we'll do less or something." And I was like, "Well, is it optional? Like, what are
Yeah.
you talking? Like, whatever. If it's ever optional, I'm not giving it to the United States government. Do you know what I mean?"
I know
should stop
exactly what
talking
you
about this?
mean. Well, here's what I'll say. Sometimes it's worse when they come to you and they're like, "You don't owe anything," and I go, "Oh, because I made not a single dollar," and they're like, "No, girl, you're good." Okay, but wait,
Okay,
wait.
sorry. I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry I did that. I'm
Okay.
sorry I did that.
So that's who
Sorry
you
to
are
do that.
now. And what's your dream? Who do you want to be?
Well, I don't actually want to be a barista. I'm sick and tired of that.
Of course. Where do you work? If we can bleep it. I'm just curious.
I barista in a corporate office.
Oh my
I serve
god.
coffee.
Oh,
Oh my
that's intense.
god.
That's a
Yeah.
movie.
It's certainly a movie. The protagonist is miserable, but it
Promo mode.
my new
promo
favorite thing.
mode.
My new favorite thing to say. My new favorite like thing to ironically say after like the most mid going to like the most mid event is like texting whoever was there the next day and saying last night was a movie.
Last Night was a Hulu original.
How many days a week do you have to go in?
I'm there 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. So it's a
What?
full-time job. Yeah, it's
10
40
hours
hours.
is psycho.
It's brutal.
They
I'm
pay you
there
well, I hope.
8 to 6. They pay me
Normal?
I pay rent. And I don't have savings. But they
Can
give me
you-
insurance, so that's something.
That's great. Can you sit down there?
Of course not. Of course not.
You
That's
should
exhausting.
always.
What kind of shoes are you wearing? Are we
I
in dance
bought. I bought.
goes?
Yeah, I'm wearing point shoes. I'm on point the whole time. I bought like orthopedics barista shoes so that
Damn.
my ankles don't kill me. Yeah, but it gives me health insurance, and I'm getting gender affirming surgery later this year, so that's what I'm doing it
Amazing.
for.
That's
Huge.
amazing.
And the connections. The
And you
connections after
network like
graduate.
no one's
Yeah.
no, like yeah.
That's amazing to have health, and sure.
Wait, can
Yeah.
I have to offer a retraction of something we talked about last episode that I don't know if it'll air. I don't know what because I know we changed. But like episode we were talking about love on the spectrum, and I've been thinking about this nonstop because Catherine said who's your favorite, and I in a moment said Connor and Georgie, but I forgot about Madison, who is my favorite,
Okay.
and I just can't stop thinking about it, and I have to like be like Madison's my favorite.
Is
Yeah,
Madison your
honestly.
favorite separate from the cowboy?
Yeah,
Sweetheart.
I think I like her better without the cowboy.
Me too.
sweetheart.
I think me too.
Y'all, no, you need to no.
She was
Reid-
so independent and making beads and necklaces, and now I fear he may distract her from that amazing craft. But also maybe she
He
wants
makes
to be
her so
distracted.
happy. I also haven't finished the season, so I can't really speak to this.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, so Ella and
Anyways.
Reid, how did y'all meet?
Yeah.
Reid, you want to go?
I can't really remember. I think we met because Ella used to host a stand-up show called Tea for Tea at Metropolitan, and I would go and I'd be so scared of doing stand-up in front of trans people because I'm a huge nerd and they're all very cool. And
Well,
then,
that's not true.
but
That-
but
either
like,
part, but
just-
definitely the cool part.
Wait, don't. It is my truth.
Definitely the
And,
cool part. The other part might be true.
Huge nerd part might be true. That my audience was cool, definitely.
I mean,
certainly
fair,
not.
yeah. And then so we knew each other through that, and then Ella reached out and was like, "I want to do this show, or can we get coffee at the Bean by NYU?" Which
You're obsessed with coffee, Ella.
I'm sorry. I'm awake for 15 hours a day. I
Okay,
need
but
something
then
to
the
run
other
on,
day-
and
Ella,
no one
look,
will
look.
give me.
Oh.
Oh!
Are you getting 9 hours?
Absolutely not. At
No.
best, I'm getting 4.
Okay, you said you were awake
Do y'all
for
know I've
15
changed
hours
my
a day.
life? Do y'all know I've changed my life in the past 2 nights?
How?
I was
I see 15
struggling
plus 9.
really intensely with my sleep. And then I actually did something that's really obvious, but in the middle of the night when I wake up, I don't look at the time, I don't look at my phone, and then I'm able
Yeah.
to keep sleeping.
Totally.
Wow.
And you know what I've been doing is I'm enjoying that time.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm
Yeah.
enjoying. I'm enjoying that time. Usually, when I would lie down and before I fall asleep, it would be so stressful because I was like, "What if it never happens? And then what if I get
Uh-huh.
6 hours? And then what if like
Right.
I'm not my full self tomorrow?" But what I've been doing is saying, "What a lovely part of my gift where I
Yeah.
just get to lay here."
that's so
and
good.
that's been really nice.
Well, people love to say, like, did you know in olden times people would have 2 sleeps, and in the middle of the night they'd wake up and work on something and then go back to
What?
sleep. Have y'all
Oh,
heard
I
that?
must.
That
I
sounds
have to
awful.
support that.
That sounds terrible.
That's
What
what
would
they
they
did
work on in
olden.
olden? What would the olden people work on?
They'd work on their screenplays, their
Scripts,
pilots,
yeah.
their
They do.
Instagram reel
Sending
following.
they were waking up in the middle of the night and just sending a couple sentences to development execs just about like an idea.
Yeah,
Well, what I'm sort of typically doing is falling asleep on my computer doing work, and so then when I wake up, that time is spent getting my laptop out of my bed and sort
Wow.
of finding my pillow and maybe like trying to set myself up for.
I do text Ella like sleep, just kind of at random, which I'm
Yeah.
Oh
sure
my
is awesome and
gosh.
helpful.
Well, don't worry, I
uh,
have you muted now. So
Bye,
I
Ben.
shouldn't just
But do you know what's like you know what I'm like trying to move away from because I just think that like we as humans like it's just not what God intended for
What?
us for our gift is like just something just about the ergonomics of lying in bed watching TV on your laptop. It's like
Oh my
it's
god, when
so,
you tilt the iPad and you're like, now we're aligned. Now I'm aligned.
It's so
you
low
lie on your
vibration.
side, you're watching
it's the,
like this.
it's the most low vibration. It's the most low vibration thing you could ever do.
You're actually like you're like seconds from death. Like that is
No,
Yeah.
maybe when you're about to die. That's what it feels like. I think.
But you know what's so sad? My mom's happiest place in the world, the times in her life when she's absolutely beaming with pure joy is when she's in her bed, headphones on, lying like this on her telephone, watching a Swedish murder drama, and she's just like
Oh my
completely locked in on the
God.
phone.
Now is
Um,
it subtitles?
Yeah, she can handle that kind of thing. She's
On
so
phone.
My mom's so
I
smart.
should ask her which ones, because I am always liking a murder drama.
Yeah. She talks about you constantly.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna probably see them in June. Don't you
I
think?
cannot wait. Pat's doing some
Yeah.
shows in Houston, where I'm from.
Ooh.
Houston. It's pronounced Houston.
Yeah.
I've run into that issue on the show a bunch, where we'll be talking about something in Texas, and we will have to do several retakes because I can't stop saying Houston.
Okay, so tell me. So y'all are at the Bean, and Ellie, you're like, I have this idea for a show, or how does
I'm like,
it,
I
how
have
does
this
it go
idea for a
down?
show. I've been doing, at this point, I've been writing for a YouTube show called Some More News, which used to be like a Cracked product and then became independent when Cracked shut down. I've been doing that for like 3 years. But it's a progressive political comedy news show, but I'm the only trans writer, and I was like, I want to do my own thing. I want it to be gayer. I want to be on camera because I'm a narcissist that way.
Hell yeah.
And I reach out to Reid. I say, hey, I sort of know what I want to do here, but I don't have a clear vision of it, and I need like a collaborator to be like working alongside me and help me build out what the show is going to be. And I love your Substack, and I think you're so smart and so funny, and you're the
Oh.
only person I know who talks as fast as I do. So I think we should work together. And Reid was immediately on board, which I was
Hell
nervous
yeah.
about because my terrible ex had told me that Reid was actually too successful
up.
and busy to.
Oh my God.
Which we
That's
should
a
talk
good
about.
That's
We
a
should
good
talk about
topic.
because he is a fan of the podcast, and I do
Oh
want him
my
to feel bad
God.
while listening to it.
No, I just think the show is about boy sex,
Do we
fucking,
know
dating, and
him?
love, and there's one particular element of
might.
your.
No, I don't
I think
know.
you might.
Wait, can
You
you put
might
him in
know
the
him.
chat? Can you say his name and we'll bleep it?
Ah,
We're gonna bleep it.
You said, Ella, you said you
did
were
one of
fine
you
to
go
do
to
it, but-
NYU?
No, we identify
No.
as having met at NYU, but we've never gone
never
to school
stepped
together.
Well,
Put
then
on the
maybe you don't know
premises.
him because he's never had any real success.
Wait,
in
no,
his career.
Ella.
But also, can I ask you this, Ella? Because I've seen on Instagram you have a beautiful partner now. You look
I
like you're
do
in a
have a
very
beautiful
loving
girlfriend
She's actually
now.
a model.
relationship.
That is true.
Y'all are stunning.
Thank you.
How did you
Oh my God,
meet?
thank you.
The photos I saw, I was blown away.
Well, she came into a different coffee shop that I was working in at the time. I was working at Book
Addicted?
Club in the East Village.
Oh shit! Sorry, what'd you say?
I was working at Book Club, which is
Don't
like a
know.
bookstore coffee shop in the East Village.
Okay, cool.
Which was very cute for me at the time. And she came in and we immediately bonded about having the same sort of niche media interests. And I was dating this man at the time, so we were friends for about a year. And then he and I broke up. And then 3 or 4 months later, it was like, oh, actually, I think we're going to be lesbian about it instead
Oh
of
my
being
God.
friends.
Wow. So you did.
And
choose
how long
to
have
be
y'all been
lesbian.
together?
A little over a year.
Oh my God! Congrats.
Thank you.
It's locking in.
It's locking in.
Now,
You live
Reid,
together?
are you partnered, Reid?
I am partnered. Same partner.
Same partner.
4.5 years.
Oh
yeah.
my
Wow.
God.
I know. I know.
Are you gonna get
Long.
married, Reid?
Yeah, we've like talked about it.
Oh,
Wow.
Actually, my
Oh.
sister's
Sweet.
getting married, who I think you've met.
Of course.
And she's younger, and I feel like she's doing all of the for like before we do it, so it'll be easier. Something
Yeah.
Reid.
Do you like the
Yeah,
person
yeah.
she's
Name.
marrying?
Yes, I do.
And
Although
thank
he's
God.
my age and she's younger than me, so I am like
So they're at you.
they're so they're yeah.
So you're saying it's at you.
There's
Okay.
Okay, so
yeah,
y'all,
anyway,
y'all. So tell me about the journey. You decide to start the show together, and then can
We
you
decided
tell
to start the
everyone?
show together.
Tell the truth.
We
Truth,
have-
what it's all about.
We have this meeting at the Bean. Reid seems interested, and then I
Also,
go
I
home.
said yes because I was like, I can't just keep saying I'm gay on stage as like my entire like I can't do that anymore as my whole creative outlet.
Yeah,
Like I
T.
I just was like
T.
Per.
absolutely tea. And so I was like, yes, please, anything sort of other than my current experience.
Yeah.
And
I
within
wanted to,
24 hours, they'd sent me like
Yeah.
a 3. I was like, I think that went well. And then within 3 hours or 24 hours, I got like a 3-page document of like names to pull for writers and like
Yes.
ideas for the show. And I was like, oh, okay. So I did actually pick the right bitch.
That's that
Yeah.
Ivy League bullshit. They're on their Brown University bullshit.
I also was just like, there are so many stand-ups that are like such great writers that I feel like weren't getting attention because they're not like the loudest person in the room per se.
Who?
Or, well, shout out to our
Drag
some of our writers,
me.
our writers.
Our incredible
No,
writers room.
and it's okay to be. And
It's
you
okay
know,
to be the
Ella-
loudest, most
It's
Ella
actually
knows
okay to be the
this.
loudest person in the room. I
Ella
actually
knows
think that's okay.
And by the way, Ella the other day told me I was talking too fast, too loud, and that was a crazy role reversal moment.
told
Oh
you
my
that?
God.
Oh,
Did
Ella.
I say
I'll answer
that? Well, you were talking fast and loud is sort of what you were doing.
Yeah, it was on our shoot. But anyway, so yeah, I sent names, and then we built this thing, and I also was like, I don't really know what this is gonna be.
Yeah,
But-
we sort of. I mean, and when we brought on writers initially, it was sort of like we have no proof of concept. We're figuring it out as we go. This could be like something we do for 2 months and then falls apart. And we've been very lucky that we now have built 2 television shows together. We were doing
sick.
right.
Late Stage Live for like a full year, and then we shut that down for like silly, goofy legal reasons. And now have launched our
Quirky.
new show, Going Down, and I mean, like, Late Stage was like a really great learning experience, I think, and we took everything we learned there and like
Like
applied it
Reid's
to this.
sister's wedding.
Exactly.
Yes,
Reid's
yes.
sister's wedding is sort of the Late Stage Live of our of
It
weddings.
really, I will be taking notes. I'll be having a mental breakdown during it, and then taking notes on that and how I recovered and sort of all that.
Exactly. And then we'll have a retro with a bunch of very competent professionals. We've built this incredible team. I mean, our writers are amazing. We have 6 writers, not counting me and Reid, and a writer's assistant.
including Ella's beautiful girlfriend, who was hired
Including my
before they
beautiful
started
girlfriend.
dating.
That's
And
true. It's not
wow.
nepotism. We started dating
my-
afterwards. It's
And
reverse
she runs the
nepotism.
teleprompter.
It's not. It's not nepotism. It's me too.
It's me too. Exactly.
There are 2 options.
Fuck. Don't worry.
Now I have a question. Wait. So what's the
Ella's frozen for
How-
me. Is anyone
Hello?
Now you're back. Now you're back.
now what is like the schedule like? Do you like how often?
Yeah, what's the rhythm
are
of
you-
this
Yeah.
production?
The show comes out once a month, which you'd think would sort of be enough time to be chill about it, but it is
No.
not.
Nope.
We meet with the writers once a week on Zoom for
Nice.
2.5 hours, and then Reid and I are constantly in. Those are group meetings, and then we're meeting with writers one-on-one to like approve outlines and pitches, and then Reid and I are meeting pretty frequently with our third producer, Skylar, who's a genius, and then we have pre-production meetings with our incredible production team. We have a director and a technical director and an assistant director and a DP and like an audio lead and an editor.
We have like
we have
30 people.
Where do you
that
shoot
work on
There's-
it.
it?
we showed at Brick, BRIC, in
Love.
downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
like the Brooklyn version of MNN where Gethard did his show many years ago.
Yeah,
He
Gethard's
came
been
in-
incredibly supportive of us.
He's given us a lot of advice. He basically
Yeah.
like
that's
I think
so
it was
cool.
like episode 4. He sat down. He was like, "Hey, here's
Here's everything you need to know. Don't
need
make
to
the
know.
mistakes I did.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And we'd already made some of those mistakes, so it was nice to hear that we weren't like ruining our lives by
Yeah,
making those
yeah.
mistakes.
But it has made me be like, God, it's so hard to make anything. Like it made me had sympathy for like people that I've been like.
No, I said this.
Yeah.
I was at the Lucy Dacus show last night, and I said this verbatim to Bowen afterwards. I was like, I have so much respect for the work you do every goddamn week because I can barely handle doing this once a month. Not that it's quite the same because they get paid for that.
Yeah.
But
And
Yeah.
it's like after our day jobs and stuff, but like, and
Yeah.
they have 400 people that work on every show. But,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's been pretty illuminating. I do think it's like now, should I enter a writer's room, I'll be far less bitchy about like the people in charge, maybe, hopefully, or like
I see,
understand
I
that they
see.
probably did try to like be inclusive and they
I
just
think-
like had to make decisions. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
our biggest learning curve has been people management more than anything. I mean, we're growing as writers and as I'm growing as a performer and but like learning how to like be in charge of a room has been a really big learning curve. And who told us the advice of like just because I didn't do
worry.
what you asked doesn't mean I
Yeah.
didn't hear you ask for it. That's been something we've been trying to
Interesting.
communicate to sort of everyone.
Yeah. And when's the
Yeah.
next step? When can we tune in?
Oh my God, 2 weeks. We tape on May 9th. The
Amazing.
turnaround from April to May is tight for some reason. Yeah, we tape in front of a little tiny live studio audience. We tape on a Friday, and then the episode comes out on a Tuesday because our editor is a genius.
So sick.
And we just dropped
how,
it on this week too. So
Yeah.
And how can we be in the audience
Oh my God,
if we
just
want to come watch?
ask. The audience, we don't release tickets publicly because it's a really small room.
Okay.
So we put the ticket link out, and we can't charge money for tickets because of Brick's whole like public access community vibe. So we put the ticket link out to our patrons who are supporting us.
Yeah.
And then we also just send to friends and family. We would love to have you there.
Cool.
So you have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon.
we do, yeah.
I was wondering, and does Brick give you money? Am I allowed
Brick
to
does
ask that?
not give us money.
Okay.
In fact, we had to pay money to get
Cool. To
certified,
get
to use the
certified.
space.
Well, that's the complete opposite.
We need
Yeah.
we need a big corporate sponsorship.
No, exactly.
know.
The
And
problem
we
is that
need
we are
one,
saying
Catherine.
sort of free Palestine and
Yeah,
fuck corporations
Totally,
every single
totally,
month.
Totally. And you're like,
And
doesn't want to.
right.
If people want to get involved in the show, are there ways to help out, or like are there ways to be a part?
Yeah, I mean, we always we have a business facing email, contact going down, and
Love.
people can shoot it. I mean, we're always looking for like more talented people to work on the show. We have a
Oh my
huge team
God.
that is finally sort of running sustainably, so we're not like desperate for new hands. But
Yeah,
But if you're a musician, I will say,
especially if you're a
Ooh.
musician,
if you're a musician, we do. There's a musical act every show and definitely reach out because we know
Amazing.
less.
We know a lot of
musicians.
comedians and not so
Yeah.
many cool musicians.
I feel like
Yeah.
I can help with that. I feel like I know so many
and I will say, I
sexy
think-
musicians.
We have such cool working professionals volunteering their time. No one gets paid on the show currently, but
Even
it is,
us,
I
especially
think,
us.
our leadership team is so experienced and professional that it's a really amazing opportunity for, I think, young, inexperienced queer people to come on and sort of like get a chance to learn these skills in a practical environment that they might otherwise not get the opportunity to. My hope is that all of our crew get to take these skills and then go get jobs where they will get paid.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so y'all tune in, subscribe to the Patreon. Don't mess around.
Don't mess around with
even.
that shit.
Don't mess around with us.
I
Quit
feel like
playing games with
It's
my
with my
heart.
heart, playing games with. Did you know all of Backstreet Boys like by name?
Yeah,
I didn't.
it's okay.
I
I
couldn't name
know.
a single one of them.
I can't name a single one.
Wait,
In
wait,
fact,
wait.
I often confuse.
Brian, Nick,
Nick,
AJ.
Howie,
Joe
Howie,
Jonas,
and AJ.
I remember thinking Brian.
Nick Jonas.
Brian was.
Is Joey Fatone the other one? The
Joey
other group?
Fatone.
He's
In
insane.
sync.
But I remember thinking
always-
Brian.
yeah.
I was like, I like Brian. And now,
Me too.
Imagine this. Now I'm in a relationship with a
Wow.
guy named Brian.
Now I
Wow.
saw.
Man,
Oh.
that's called manifesting.
Now I saw your partner on my page. I saw your partner on my page the other day.
Oh, doing his thing.
About someone who was it wearing a shirt.
What's his
Oh.
thing?
Okay, so my boyfriend started a podcast about Formula One,
Wow.
which is amazing. And now I'm
No,
Isn't
that was
that-
good. Do it again. Try it again.
wow.
Wow.
It's so funny because like he started during the pandemic and now it's like his full-time job and it's like a huge part of our lives. And imagine we both have podcasts. It's insane.
Sort of a power
But-
couple move.
It is, but I want to shout out because somehow Emily Radikowski was wearing their merch. And
Oh,
so
right. That's
and
so funny.
we had to find out how she got the shirt.
Did you
and then
find out?
We did find out. It was
How?
her.
How?
Her nanny is a fan.
Oh my god.
Isn't that
So
amazing?
funny.
Yeah, and Emily's a fan
Um,
of F1.
Does she have
so-
children or does she need a nanny for herself?
No, she has children.
But does the nanny like give her? The
I want
shirt?
a
I can't
nanny.
imagine the
I would love a nanny.
conversation of the nanny being like, "Here's a shirt of a podcast that I love. You should wear."
I
it."
know.
They both
Like,
like
Pat,
Formula
imagine.
One.
Oh,
she's
Emily
like, here's
likes
a-
Formula One.
Yeah, they both follow. She's like, I got,
Oh,
you know,
okay,
or whatever.
okay.
And does the nanny live in?
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
We need to know.
I know. But it was a very
should I
exciting
s-
day in the household.
I wonder if I should tell this story of like something that happened during my gift that like
I would love to hear the
I
story of your
just-
gift.
I just feel like it's gonna get back to people, but like whatever, like well, just like okay, so you know I've been on my whole gift. I've been on a gift long quest to have a barber that I just sit and in silence and like can just have that time
Sit in
to
solemn
not
silence.
because
on
there's
a
something that
dull-
happens.
Right.
There's
Dark
something that
dark.
happens
Thank
for me
you.
when like when
got
someone
you.
says something and I have to say something back. I am then exhausted for 3 hours, and so I'm just like
100% agree.
I can just find a situation where I'm not saying something back for a little bit. I just
Yeah.
think that would be game changing.
That's why I don't
And
get my
s-
hair cut.
I know. Well, I get.
And
I-
that's my privilege.
I
And
try
you have
get
to
every
watch
2
yourself say
weeks.
it back. You have to watch yourself in the mirror say it back. It's an additional hell.
So then, like, so I finally found someone, and it was great. It was like we didn't talk, and it was perfect. And like he didn't seem to want to talk. I was like, that's amazing. He was quick. I liked the cuts. It was amazing.
Can I ask what everyone thinks about saunas? New segment.
I don't love. I like them only when they're with that special compliment of that special cold plunge.
You know, I
I
do
overheat
plunge.
very easily.
Really?
Yes. Well, I don't
But-
take care of my mind or body very well, so
I know. I'm worried about you working 10-hour days. Your
It's-
feet are
my feet are brutal.
It's
they're-
not
they're
good.
brutalized.
Yeah, brutalized
By the floor.
By the
I just-
floor.
What do
I
you
just
do
worry-
for fun, Ella?
Oh well, I make a TV show, so I actually
I
don't have a ton of
know.
time for fun.
no,
um,
you
You have to
watch,
find some time to
YouTube
have.
videos.
You watch, what do you watch? What do you watch on YouTube?
Fuck. It's fucking video essays like every other transgender woman in North Brooklyn.
Like by
What do you
who?
do
Who do
for
you like?
fun?
ContraPoints?
I do love ContraPoints. I know
Me
it's
too.
controversial to say that.
Oh,
these
why is it?
days. She was canceled many times by the transgender community.
Oh,
Oh,
was
we
she?
don't
Okay.
believe in the
Where do you
carceral
stand on
mindset.
her
That's
now?
our
I
new
love
line.
her. No, I love her.
Okay.
That's Mother for real.
I really liked a lot of her videos.
Yeah, I watch a lot of her. I watch like a lot of the news. That's not really fun.
A nice way to unwind.
A nice way to
Just watching the
unwind.
news on
and-
YouTube.
You do drugs and go to parties and stuff.
I do drugs.
Are you
and
a party
go to
girl?
parties. I used to be more, and now
What's your favorite
Now you're
drug?
booed
I'm
up.
busy and tired. But
New
I
segment. What's your
favorite
drug?
oh my god, every time I'm on any drug, I will loudly say this is my favorite drug.
Really? But do you have a but there must be some kind of like uppers downers like.
I do really like
preference.
ketamine. I think ketamine is so
Yeah.
fun.
I don't really get the hype
Um,
with ketamine.
It wouldn't be for me.
Have
Kind
you
of got
tried it
popular after I got
at
sober.
a club, or have you tried it lying on the floor listening to music? Because I find the latter to be more engaging.
I've
get,
always
like-
tried it when I'm drunk. Is that bad?
Sure. I don't think it's bad, but I don't drink very much anymore. Actually, alcohol is probably my least favorite drug. I
You know,
stick to
people love
only
to
the
say
illegal
that.
ones.
What do you
Yeah.
do? Do you like G?
G. I don't think I've done G.
That's
G got
scary.
popular
Don't do
after
G.
I got sober,
Don't
too.
do G. That's scary.
I know. There's so many drugs I just feel like I missed
I
out
like
on.
acid a lot,
until,
but it is sort of
until
a
my big
commitment.
relapse.
You have to have sort of a full day and a half to
A day and a
recover.
half. Wow.
Well, you have to have a day where you can trip because it lasts 12 hours, and then you have
No,
to
thank
who has
you.
the time?
have a
Yeah,
second day
no.
where you can sort of lie around and think, "Wow, I'm exhausted. I just tripped for 12 hours." It's sort of a weekend
Damn.
experience.
Totally. Wait, and Reid, since you last came on the pod, who were you then? Who are you now? Who do you want
I
to
know.
be?
My life is pretty boring. Ellen knows this. I don't drink. I don't do drugs anymore. I am basically married. I live by a cemetery.
Married, like
Wait,
your
which
name.
marketing day
It's the
job.
second time I'm making that joke.
Which
Wait,
cemetery?
what area do you live in? Can I ask?
I live by Greenwood Cemetery. So like
Where's that?
below Park
South.
Slope, above Sunset Park.
Oh, because I
You
used
can
to live by
kind
so
of-
many cemeteries back in the day.
Like far away.
No,
You're
but it's
so wholesome, Reid.
But it's like three stops from Union Hall. Like it's not that far.
Where are
But-
you working
Yeah.
these days?
I we might have to-
Measuring
we have to bleep it.
distance in
but-
space from Union Hall is a crazy way.
I do. I was actually quite thinking about Pat because I do marketing and promos for Bleep It.
Oh.
So I was thinking about your promos. Your promo.
Oh my
days.
God! Wow.
And specifically the essay that you wrote about. when you-
Oh, what did I write about that? Because I need to like find.
It was a lot. We can cut that too. It was a long time ago, but about your boss at the promo place and how you connected with her.
Crystal.
I don't remember.
That's for you to know.
Wait, but wait, can
honey.
I say something about? Can I say something that will make you feel better, maybe about your story? Because
I felt great about my. I feel
Oh,
amazing.
sorry,
I know.
sorry.
So
Here's
we've
the
actually
thing.
let that go.
Sorry. Can I?
I just want to say, here's the thing. I've told the story. I know it's an amazing
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
story
Fair.
that y'all would have been so fortunate to hear.
It's just
Well,
not
we
right.
asked actually
Time's not right.
repeatedly.
It's my
Well-
fault. I cut him off, and I
No,
yucked
he's a
his
storyteller
yum,
and
as
No,
they
I
say.
can just
He needs-
feel the energy wasn't right.
Yeah.
This
It would've-
is Moth. This podcast is Moth Stories.
Wait. Okay, but I don't listen to this podcast a lot. Sorry.
Oh.
anymore.
Okay.
Anymore. No
Reid,
worries.
okay,
Wow.
But
So
but
you can actually
I
go ahead and
listen-
sign out once you're uploaded. Thank you.
But I listen-
I
but I
don't
listen to
to
I
this
listen to every
podcast.
episode.
Ella, I don't
There's
believe
no way. There's no way.
that.
The only person who supports us is Ella's ex.
That's true.
Yeah,
Actually,
that person
two of my
absolutely-
exes love this
Oh my
podcast. My
God.
high school ex loves this podcast. My terrible 32-year-old ex loves this podcast, and I don't speak to either of them anymore. So maybe that's your
Well,
fault.
you're
That's
speaking to
on
them
us.
right now. You're speaking
Right.
to them
Hi,
right
guys.
now.
Hi, guys.
And my ex coworker loves this podcast too.
Basically the
Okay.
same thing.
Wow.
That's what I said.
But wait, okay. When you talked about how you had an air fryer in the package room,
Oh, thank you.
And
You know,
you-
I caught some strays for this.
and you couldn't bring
It
you couldn't bring yourself to bring it upstairs. That
Yeah.
is actually the story of my gift. That is my
Yeah.
entire
That's a
and like
gift-long
some
story.
to the point of people being like, we will throw this away if you don't come get it. And I walk by it every day, and there's a package. I can't. So I just want to say because I know you caught some
Totally.
strays. I felt the strays being catapulted at you, and I was like, they're gonna.
I know, and I have it in my new place. Isn't that funny? It's still in the box.
But you brought it. But it's up.
I brought it.
What's in the box? Get an air fryer?
An air fryer.
I have one that
Wow.
I've never used either.
I just don't see myself
They're
lugging
fine.
it out, putting it up on the counter,
just
putting
use the
things
oven.
in it.
Like my
I
it
know.
dog.
just-
That's what I'm
I-
such a sucker.
But you know what I have now is I have a grill.
What?
wanna
Oh my
see-
god.
Wait.
Do you want to
Can we
see something?
Yes.
Let me see-
California's
let me show you
amazing.
You saying you have a
I know,
grill?
should
You
we
live in
move?
California. Your hat's on sideways. Oh,
Okay.
Your hat sideways.
this is
It's
is
making me
nice.
attracted to you. I'm kind of wanting to rail you.
a
in the
sweatshirt
hat.
and a sideways hat.
Well, and you know,
Maybe you should peg me on Patreon.
oh no, we considered using OnlyFans instead of Patreon for our
Oh my
payment
God,
platform.
Pat.
Pretty.
That's
I
amazing.
know.
I feel like I'm like watching the
I
real
know.
world with this like
And when
zoo.
it snows out, and then there's gonna be a grill here.
This is awesome. Pat,
That's
looks
some-
so good.
Wait, I thought you were going to show us
Well,
the grill,
because
but
guess
you
what?
actually just showed us
Look
where
what
the
I'm
grill
looking
is going to go.
That's fun. I could show you a place where a girl could go.
Oh.
Wait, Reid, I feel like if I lived like you, I'd feel amazing all the time.
Not.
Like if I was running 18 miles, if I wasn't drinking, if I was living
I
in a
don't-
peaceful neighborhood, if I was I am partnered.
Don't
but,
worry,
like,
they find things to complain about.
So what's wrong?
Everyone's
New segment. What's wrong?
What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay. One, there needs to be an emergency room. This is my thing for this week. There needs to be an emergency room that you can go to for when you're feeling ugly and there's something you can do about it.
Didn't I just comment that you look so hot in one of your photos?
Thank you. That's not fishing. I'm just saying.
Did I not just comment?
Okay, no, that was just saying. I'm just saying. There's what's happening is I'm at a point in hormones where it's like, what, like I.
Does that
you
really
know,
fuck with your moods and stuff?
I think it's just like I look in the mirror and I'm like, what? What's happening? Like actually what's happening? And what can I do about it? And the answer is like usually nothing. And that's again part of the
You should
game.
get a fade.
I'm not getting a fade. I'm balding, so I can't.
You are not. So you're having a dysmorphia moment. is
You
what
are
No,
you're
no,
not
no, no.
balding. Shut
You
the
have
hell
great
up.
hair.
But I've been Googling a lot of
Beautiful, luscious
balding.
hair. You look like Zac
Wait,
Efron
Ella, what would you say
in
is wrong with
17
me?
again.
Wait, thank you. What would you say is wrong with me, Ella, in my life?
Oh, where do I start?
What's wrong?
I
No, my life's pretty good, pretty stable.
I feel like you're doing really well.
I think I work a job where a lot of the this is boring. Okay,
We
I
both
work-
work
not boring.
insane hours and are
Yeah.
trying to make a full ass television show on top of that. So we are both
Just
deeply tired and
exhausted.
deeply stressed. And a lot of the work, especially I think Reid, a lot of the work we do on Going Down is sort of invisible. I get the benefit of getting to be on camera, and I get all the Instagram followers, and everybody is talking about how they only watch the show because I'm hot and like etc. And Reid is putting in
Shut
just as many hours, if not more, than I am every single day. And is not getting thirst follows from 19-year-old transgender women.
No, and I don't need them. I
No,
don't
but
need
I just
them.
mean you're putting in a lot of unrecognized work, and Reid and I sometimes will be on a call at 3 a.m. after working on a script for 4 hours, and we'll just repeat over and over again.
No one will.
No one will ever
No
know.
one will ever know. No one will
No
ever
one will
know.
ever know.
Oh
No one will
my
ever know.
god.
But it's my life is pretty good. I mean, I love my apartment. I love my partner, and
How long have y'all been in that apartment?
2.5 years.
Oh,
2
nice.
years. Yeah.
It seems
But I
so
think I'm just-
peaceful down there.
It's really it is really peaceful.
How often do you have to go into the city? Like ever?
Every
Is
now
your
and then,
job
but it's
remote?
like yeah,
That's so
um,
nice.
yeah, it is.
And
nice.
Pat, you are muted.
Wait, I can't hear you, Pat. Oh, you're
Oh,
muted.
is Pat been talking? He's telling the story.
Like maybe we can just fit it in between
He's
talking
like, so I
about.
brought these clothes. And I'm like, no, I missed it.
I have never lived somewhere longer than 2 years and 3 months.
2
That's
years and 3
very
months.
specific.
I've been
Yeah,
in
well-
this building for like 7
long
years.
yeah, a
Isn't that
long
crazy?
time.
I know you have. You
2019
really
I
have.
moved.
Wait, where do you live?
I'm in the West Village.
Okay.
In
Beautiful.
2019, I broke up with my ex.
And I was
after-
there.
And you were there. And I similarly said, it was a moment of like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work, but I'm just going to move into this apartment. I'm just going to pay this rent. I'm going to make it happen. And now I've been in here, 20, 21, 20. But you know what was amazing is that when COVID hit, I did get such a discount on the rent. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
universe.
Yeah.
And now I
That's
still
very
have the
special.
disc.
You still
I
have a
need the
disc.
universe to
Disc
give me
short for
something.
discount is kind of fun.
Kind of major. Major laser.
But yeah, I
Okay,
feel like I
so-
just need to reconnect with my anything that makes me not sort of boring.
You're not boring it. What do you mean?
Every few months, Reid will go to a stand-up show and then afterwards text me, I need to change everything about my whole vibe and how I do comedy and
No, I
just like my whole
think,
thing.
Like, there has to be.
You're a
something-
learner. You're
There has
you're
to be
curious
more.
There
about the world
thank you,
around
Pat. Pat
you.
gets it. Pat gets
Yeah.
it. Although you mean like, but not it's just like there
Yeah.
has to be the
Yeah.
gift is, and I appreciate stability,
Yeah.
but there's something's gotta.
I know.
so, you
I'm
know.
trying
Well,
to embrace
anytime-
the fact.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, anytime
trying
I'm
to-
in like a sorry.
No.
I start hitting myself. Sorry.
Well, and anytime I...
Well, anytime what, Catherine?
No, just anytime I'm being a good girl and being well behaved and doing what I should, then I have the urge, after a few weeks to just absolutely blow up my life, do something fucked up.
Well, this is huge.
Yeah.
It's I've been
Oh,
saying
yeah.
this to everyone. It's pervert summer.
Summer.
Oh my
Oh, is
it
god.
pervert
summer?
What's the
I'm
color?
I'm getting
Green's
gender
out?
affirming surgery in August, which means I'll
Hell
be out of
yeah.
commission for like 6 months afterwards. So
Okay.
this summer, pervert summer. And what I've been finding is special about pervert summer is that downstream of pervert summer, you could have lots of other types of summers. It is also cheat on your boyfriend summer, in my opinion.
No, I don't
Oh my
think they should. I don't. Should
Um,
I?
Bowen yesterday decided it was Kinsey 4-5 summer.
Wow.
We had another summer, but I'm forgetting. But lots of things can be under the subsidiary umbrella of
Pervert summer. Pod, do you
Yeah.
connect? Are you excited?
No, I'm having I'm having the opposite of that summer.
Fruit
Well, it's
summer.
not- It's not
I'm just
here
having
yet.
work summer. I'm having
Uh.
work summer. I'm having stay home summer, and I'm having
I'm having singer summer. I'm gonna be good to my voice.
Yeah.
I think you
I'm
can
having
be pervert at
singers
home.
summer. I'm going to that one bar in.
Okay.
I
Oh, yeah,
am
that-
friends with the girlfriend of the woman who co-owns that, and so
So is yeah.
Wait, what? Huh?
I've never been there, but everyone's always talking about
It's
it.
great.
cute.
It's actually it's a great place.
I went there one time. It
Was it
wasn't for
fun?
me.
Yeah,
Isn't-
it's hard to
It's
go
it's
out.
not my vibe necessarily.
They do a comedy show there every so often. That's.
Is
Is
that
that your
Yeah.
comedy? You
that
love
help?
comedy.
Does that help?
Where is y'all's favorite place to do stand up these days?
I do so little stand up these days
Yeah.
actually because so much of my time is this show. I
Right.
used to. I mean, also, cards on the table. I don't think I'm a very good stand up comic. I'm a fine
Oh
stand up
my
comic.
God.
I'm a
Really?
better writer and host of this show.
Love.
So even when I was doing stand up very frequently, most of that was just hosting T for T, which I hosted for 2 years and still
Nice.
exists. Everyone, if you're a transgender comedian, you should go to T for
Who
T at
hosts,
Metropolitan.
who hosts it now?
Sonny LaPrade, who's a genius,
Amazing.
and Rose Tablizo, who is also a genius and my best friend and roommate and runs socials for Going Down. And
All
they're
in the
amazing.
family.
And
Love
there's
it.
gonna be a
Um,
big Bell House show for it, I think in June. which is
Yeah,
nice.
every
Yeah.
year for their anniversary show, we do. They ask every comedian who's ever been on the lineup to come back and do like 60 seconds of stand up.
Wait, that's
year,
so fun.
Last year we had 85 comics. Do
Oh my
stage.
God.
It was awesome.
Backstage
was
at the Bell
crazy.
House.
Backstage at the Bell House, we had
Oh
them
my
looping around in that hallway and like
Oh
out
my
in the
God.
lobby. It was nuts.
That's wild. 60 seconds.
Yeah. The first year it was 90 seconds because we only had 50 comics, and then we would downgrade it to 60, and eventually it will have to be 30 seconds. But
Yeah. That's so cool. I love that.
yeah.
But my answer is boring. It's Union Hall. It's
Yeah,
still-
I know.
it's just the best route, like physical, literal, like
Totally.
I
Those
know.
low
It's the best
ceilings.
physical.
Yeah.
It's the best physical.
it's the best physical. And
It's so funny. I've been doing the show at Club Coming for so long, and some weeks I walk on stage and I can immediately tell the energy is like so good, and some weeks they're just
Yeah.
like completely silent.
That
and it's
room
just
is
like
Yeah.
really hard, even if it's packed.
Really?
Like, well, I don't know. I feel like it's like
I feel like
just
sometimes
'cause
it's
it's
so
narrow.
electric, and sometimes
Yeah, it
it's
depends
literally
on the-
crickets.
It's vibe dependent for sure.
It's so
I-
hard to, yeah.
I love the Bell House, and I know that's like a perhaps a bougie answer, but it's just like when you fill that room, it's so fucking
So fun.
electric.
the stage is
It's-
huge. for
Yeah,
sure.
and you have so
Yeah.
much space to play, right? When you're doing
Yeah.
obviously when we did a late stage live show for New York Comedy Fest last fall, and I was seated at a desk, so I didn't have a ton of playing
Right.
space. But
You
when,
weren't
when I'm like
tumbling.
holding a mic, I can tumble, I can kick, I can
I'm always
leap.
tumbling at the Bell
I would love to
House.
watch you. I would love to watch you try
Reid,
that.
I cannot even. There was never a time in my life when I could even pretend to do a cartwheel. Like that's my body.
I
You
think
do a
you could-
somersault.
Yeah.
I think you could do it.
I could do a somersault when I was like 3, and then it stopped.
You can for
Pat and I
sure.
are trying to do
Tuck and roll.
splits by Christmas.
Wait, are you
Yeah.
really?
Wait,
Well,
that's awesome.
We haven't done anything to go towards that goal, but splits by Christmas.
You got plenty of
My
time.
You can
my
do it.
entire Discover page, I think, because I always talk about wanting to like get a bigger butt. So Instagram thinks I only want to see like gay guys in women's sheer bicycle shorts, doing squats. Like, so you literally see the inside of their hole. and
Sheer-
it's just
oh,
really-
okay.
but then like
will you send me one? I'm kind of curious.
yeah, and like
Patreon
it's all
content.
I get. And then also like a lot of times they're doing the splits, and it does look fun to do them. I gotta
It
say.
looks so freeing. Okay, do y'all have everyone go around crush of the week, person, place, thing, idea?
Oh, I just had one before. I just had one, and now I can't remember.
Let me think. Do y'all have one?
Oh my god, you guys.
My
okay,
perpetual
my
crush of the
I have
week
one.
is Anne Hathaway in the 2009 12th Night production. She did in 2009.
Where was that?
I assume like here in the Shakespeare in the Park, probably.
Wow, I didn't know about this.
There's an unbelievable promo photo of it
Yeah.
with her and it's Audra McDonald. Is that right or no? Who is it? I'm
I've
gonna be
only seen it
embarrassed if
ever
it's
with
not
her
Audra McDonald.
cropped out. I've
Anne
only seen.
Hathaway, 12th Night.
She loves to go
Yeah,
lesbian
it
with
is
it.
Audra McDonald. Thank God. That would have been really embarrassing if it was not.
She loves to go
Um,
lesbian with it with her photo shoots.
She's
really
so
does.
hot in this photo.
What do you think of her new look?
I like her new
Oh, what's her
look.
new? What is her new look?
No, everyone's
I
just
couldn't-
saying
I
like that
couldn't
she has
do
the
it.
most
I
amazing.
couldn't say it.
Everyone's saying she has the most amazing facelift, but it was
looks
like
great.
Interesting. I
Yeah, she
struggled
looks-
with that.
so perfect. It's crazy. I want
You know,
that.
It does seem like at a certain point when you get enough money, you can just decide to look perfect.
That's the ugly
I
emergency
know.
room. Well, they were never ugly, but I do think that it needs to
Oh,
be.
the
I'm
ugly
telling you,
emergency room.
Anne Hathaway went to the ugly emergency room,
No,
and now
she-
finally she's fixed.
she had no
I just
business
I
want-
do.
being
I
there.
love.
Yeah,
I love
need-
Anne
No, for
Hathaway.
real.
I think I love Anne Hathaway. I think she's so talented. I'm just like, I think people. There was a real phase where people were like wanting to like hate on her.
Yeah.
I do think Anna Kendrick wants what Anne Hathaway has. That's sort of
Of
my
course.
strongest position is that
Oh,
Anne Hathaway
totally.
could do any movie Anna Kendrick has done and not vice versa.
Yeah.
You know
My
what was
girlfriend
so-
disagrees with me about this. She's a big Anna Kendrick stan, but
She
Really?
is.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
and that's sort of the tone I take about it as well.
But Katie's got like weird.
I liked the Woman of the Hour movie.
I liked Jeremy Jordan in the last 5 years.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I
never
have
saw it.
I have my crush of the week.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you know I love Top Chef.
Of course.
And someone from
course.
like early days who I was like so attracted to when he was on. He was kind of a villain of early seasons, and he came back as a guest judge as like an older man last night, and he was so hot. And so Spike, who used to always wear a fedora in like season 5, but now 15 years later, he's come back without the fedora and with a more distinguished air.
That's really
Love.
beautiful.
Yeah. And he's the one who said when Jamie wouldn't stop making scallops, he said, "It's not it's Top Chef, not Top Scallop."
Okay, that's hilarious.
That's really good. That's really good.
She wouldn't stop making scallops.
And was he in a fedora when he said that?
Yeah.
It was old him. But does
It
he
was
still
the
have the
old him.
same snappy lines now that he's
Did
hot?
any of you ever
Yeah.
have a fedora phase growing
Yes.
up?
Obviously,
No.
What if I was
You
like, I
said-
did?
You yes, Reid?
yes. Obviously, yes.
Okay, me as well.
There's
Really?
Oh, well, I know that. I've seen the
Ah!
Barbershop Quartet photos.
I have not. No.
I was in a barbershop quartet in high school.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. What was
It's
it
quite
called?
something.
It was called One Note Stand.
Love.
That's
naughty.
funny.
That's a
Thank
naughty
you.
title.
I
That's a
know.
naughty,
Yeah,
for high
nasty
school?
title.
Well,
Mike?
it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, say it.
I mean, it was extracurricular. We weren't doing it for school.
It was
Wow.
We were so proud of
Ah.
ourselves. We were 17 and we were like, this is the funniest sex joke anyone has ever written.
It is.
Ah.
Okay, my crush
Catherine-
of the week. Wait, I just zoned out. Oh my god, my crush of the week is everyone who responded to my Substack thing about me not being able to sleep because I've been sleeping really good. My crush is good sleep. My crush is no screens. My crush is reading. My crush is no eating 3 hours before bed. And
Oh,
Oh,
please,
no eating
subs-
3 hours before bed?
it's been really hard. Please subscribe
Yeah.
to my Substack, by the way. It's just capcohen.substack.com.
My God.
And my crush of the week is the Da Vinci twins.
Oh my God. Rita's really on the Da
Now
Vinci
more than
twins.
ever.
Who's that?
Do you know
They're-
those two twins? And you're gonna be like, but just like stay.
Reid wrote a really beautiful,
I wrote a
thoughtful
few-
analysis of their. So they're
Who
actually
are
called the
they?
Voros
Oh, those
twins,
twins.
but they're
The
famous
twins that talk-
for saying Da Vinci.
They're,
Um,
I gotta look
but
this up.
Reid wrote a really
They've
beautiful
transcended
on
their
Reid's
memedom.
podcast, not
They've-
podcast, Substack.
I was still on X or whatever because
What are they called? Voro twins?
The
Voros.
The ones who
twins.
talk at the same time?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like
oh, the
Well, Catherine,
Australian ones?
Yeah.
I think
I
they're
don't think-
Hungarian.
And they said when they didn't talk at the same time, they weren't themselves.
Yes, they're the
VOROS.
last. Wait, they're literally there's every now and then there's like a glitch in the internet where it reminds you of like what the internet could have been, like a soft, playful, actually beautiful thing, and they represent that to me. It's like they're not influencers, they're not trying to make money, they don't have a podcast, sorry, and but they just post like shout out to the neurodiverse community, but it's like DA because they're the Da Vinci twins. Kind of every day they post
Oh,
600
they went
things.
famous. They went viral for
They went
looking at the Mona Lisa and saying, "Who made this? Da Vinci." And now they've added
But it's
"duh"
so- you
to
just have-
everything. Their whole thing is they go shout out
Oh.
to "duh" non-binary. Shout
I've
out
never
to
seen these people in my life.
But it's just
Wow.
like the most.
Oh, Catherine, you'll love them.
Just go through their feed
Really?
and no, I know it seems I know,
I think you might.
but
Okay.
they've somehow avoided
I love
every
Pat saying all love them.
pitfall.
I'm like so curious.
Well, I haven't seen their content. I'm just seeing like people interviewing them because they did an interview where they were like talking about a news, like they got like a news interview and but they're
Yeah.
these two twins and they were just saying everything at the same time. So then people started like making fun of them. And so now they and they went kind of viral. So now they're kind of, I just hate interviews they keep giving about being made fun of for saying everything
because
at the
they're
same
so
time.
earned it, like they're so, and I don't know if it's real, but they sell it if it isn't, because like
It's really good.
they really are like, no, we're not, we are who we are.
Yeah.
But I
Hey,
just want
y'all,
to say,
check
Reid,
it
your
out.
analysis of them on your Substack this week, I was like, oh my God, Reid is actually so smart. I forgot.
Thank
Not
you.
that I
I
forgot.
can't quite remember a single word I said now, and I
It
was
was
trying
really
to.
thoughtful and
But-
eloquent, and I was like, oh my God, you should like go to grad school. And of course you already did.
Right.
Okay, so
Reid,
do
are
you
you
guys feel
using
hot?
sorry, but really quick, are you using the Substack app?
I have used it. I usually
Okay.
do desktop stuff.
Okay,
but
anyways, just
yeah,
curious.
we can talk. Yeah.
We'll talk.
We talk.
Do y'all feel hot today?
I actually do. I kind of like what my hair is
You look
doing,
great.
so I'm kind of
I
like
can't. When you had the
excited.
hat sideways and you went out to your balcony, I was like, okay, so I had an awakening.
Real world.
I
Yeah,
feel
you-
both chic and overheated. It's so warm
You're
in my
warm.
bedroom, but also I dressed up to go to the Lucy Dacus show last night, and so my
so
hair
how
is
was it?
sort
Was it
of-
amazing?
It was amazing. I mean,
Oh, I'm jealous.
Jasmine for Tea, their opener, is like incredible. And she's like a fan of our work actually, so she got me free tickets.
That's awesome. for
And
him.
she's incredible. She's a trans artist from England, and her record was produced by Boy Genius. And then Katie Gavin was their second opener, and she's obviously of Muna fame. She's amazing.
Totally love it.
And then Lucy slayed, and she came out to do her encore, and she was like, "I'm really gonna ask all of you to put your phones away. I'm gonna sing a song that I haven't released yet." And someone screamed, "Play Night Shift!" And she went, "Well, yeah." And that I think that's the best response to someone being like, "Well, yeah, duh. Like I'm going to like relax."
Did
Yeah.
people put their phones away?
Most people did. The woman standing directly in front of me did not, and I have never felt more rage
Oh,
towards
that's
a
really
human
tough.
being.
You should have.
I thought about like not
Done
tapping her on the
that.
shoulder.
Oh, so good.
I didn't want to get kicked out of Radio City Music Hall for a third time.
Were
Um,
people when it's at Radio City, like was everyone sitting or was there some standing vibing?
By the time Lucy was up, everyone was standing, which
Okay.
I, as someone who had come from a 10-hour workday, I was sort of resentful of.
But you had the right shoes. You had the right
But
shoes.
I had the right shoes. Yeah.
Okay, and
Okay. Oh,
Reid,
Reid,
do
you
you-
feel
Reid, do you
hot
feel
today?
hot?
Sure.
Oh, good answer.
You look hot.
Thank you. Well, yes, I feel like
Hmm.
my hair is doing a good thing today. And it's hot. It's
Exactly.
I love
warm
your
out.
hair.
17
Yeah, it
again.
looks really good.
Thank you. No one believes that I'm balding, but I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying I figured out how to cover it, you know?
Reid.
Uh-huh.
It's just, I think more people should know about this, that hormones make you go
Yeah,
bald.
you're being political.
Your hormones.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
My hormones make me go bald. Yours make you stop going bald, and that's really
Yeah.
awesome. And no one knows why people go bald. I've been googling it for weeks. No one.
No one knows why people go
Well,
bald.
they know why,
Like
like,
evolutionarily.
chemically, but evolutionarily, there's not like I was like, there has to be an evolution. I was like, if there's a reason because of evolution that I'm going bald, I'll love that.
Yeah,
but
totally.
they don't know.
I know. I just think it's because, as Eckhart Tolle would say
Mm.
in Under Heather's Soul, we're just sitting on a planet spinning in the middle of
spinning.
nowhere,
And the hair's flying
and
off
things
because of the
just happen.
spinning.
Events just
It's
happen.
the centripetal force.
And they're not good or bad. The
hair
hairs
just-
aren't good or bad.
No,
No.
only our tension and resistance are. But
I think I will feel hot later. I'm a little bit like, I don't know.
You went to the gym.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything.
and I like you in that tank top. It's
Yes.
like
Yeah, the tank top
really
is
like
cute.
It's
Thank
really
you
cute.
guys. That's so nice. I
Yeah.
bought this at the peak of the pandemic at where was I? At some mall. I was on a road trip. I would never normally
cool.
wear this, but I feel safe with y'all. Okay.
um.
So that's kind of that. And anything else?
Are you guys mad? Or,
Oh, are you mad at me?
Oh no,
Reid, are you mad at us?
no, I'm mad at me. I feel like I should, I don't know.
What?
Oh my God. I'm mad
You're
at Reid.
Why?
I
say it.
really thought I had something.
Stand
with ugly
up.
I'm going to make ugly emergency room a thing, and I'm going to make it work. And even though people
It's
don't
funny.
like it, thank you.
I
just
like
think
it.
There's
Well,
something.
it's just a bizarre thing for you, a non-ugly person, to
no
be
shit. It's
saying.
not.
Right.
First of all, there's ugly's not good or bad, and ugly rights are really, and that's really important. But no, it's because Jess was watching The Pit, and I was like, oh, there should be a place to go, like an
Right.
emergency room, when you're just having a freak out about like what to do about your general appearance. I think that would
Right.
really save a lot of.
Lives.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not mad at either of you. It's good to see both of you.
I
Good
know.
to
I love
see
you.
you.
Ella, are you
And-
mad
So
at us?
fun. I'm of course not mad at you. I'm a little
Oh,
mad at
thank
Reid,
God.
but that's sort of perpetual.
Y'all
because
can
I,
work that
because I
out.
muted you.
In the
I'm actually.
remix.
You've reminded me. I'm actually furious at Reid. I can't believe this. Am I still muted right now?
No.
What the
oh, you're
fuck,
going.
Reid?
Wait. Okay. So what's the Patreon for the show called, so we can plug it again before we leave?
Patreon.com/goingdownshow.
Patreon.com/goingdownshow. Y'all support the show. Check it out.
Thank you. Last episode
anything
was
else
really
to
fun.
plug? Yeah. Anything else
Yeah.
you want to shout out?
That's our big thing. I mean, we're
I
on.
love it.
We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok, Instagram,
Major.
all the places. But people sometimes comment on our Instagram reels, and they're like, you should make these longer. And it's like, we are actually making
Here's a
full
30-minute
30-minute
show.
episodes on
Yeah.
YouTube.
You
So
can actually-
so go to YouTube, youtube.com/going down the show.
Okay, great. Thank y'all for
Thank you
coming
for coming
on.
on.
And when
Thank you
the
for
heart
having
breaks,
us.
it don't break
When
even.
the heart breaks, it's not breaking even. Live, laugh, love.
Treatment. If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.